Stop everything right now. Forget scrolling, forget distractions. Ask yourself, how many more days are you going to watch your life pass by? How many more mornings will you wake up and do nothing? Today, at this very moment, you are about to discover the one daily habit that can change your life forever. Watch this every day. Let it sink in, and I promise you, your excuses won't survive. Your doubts will disappear, and your life will never be the same. Listen, this is not just a video. It's a call to action, a call to wake up, to step out of your comfort zone, to stop living small. Every day you wait, every second you waste, every excuse you make, your dreams are slipping away. But here's the truth. Your power, your greatness, your future, it's inside you right here, right now. You don't need permission. You don't need the right time. You need this moment and this video to shake your soul, to ignite your mind, and to force you into action. If you're ready to break free from fear, laziness, and doubt, if you are ready to feel unstoppable, then watch, listen, and let these words become the spark that lights your life on fire. Listen to me very carefully, because this is important. Your mind is everything. I mean everything. It decides how high you go, how far you reach, how fast you move, and how much of your life you waste sitting on the sidelines. Most people go through life letting their minds wander, letting fear control them, letting excuses run their life, letting laziness steal their dreams, but not you, not today, not this moment. Today, you have a choice. You can either let your mind run wild, letting it drag you down like everyone else, or you can take control. You can reset your mind every single day, and I'm going to show you how. A daily mindset reset isn't just about feeling good or hearing a few motivational words. It's about training your brain to focus on what matters, to eliminate distractions, to push aside doubt, and to fire up action. Every morning, before you get out of bed, before the world tells you you can't, before anyone doubts you, you have the chance to set the tone for your day. You can tell yourself, today I am unstoppable. Today I am focused. Today I will not accept mediocrity. That is power. That is control. That is the reset. Now listen, I know some days you wake up tired. I know some days you feel like nothing will work, like the world is against you, like you just can't do it. I know because I've been there. But here's the truth. The world doesn't care about your excuses. Your dreams don't care if you're tired. Life doesn't care if you feel unmotivated. Your mind is your only weapon, and if it's not sharp, if it's not trained, if it's not reset every single day, nothing else will matter. That's why this reset is so important. This is what separates the people who fail from the people who dominate, the people who quit from the people who rise. Think about this. How many mornings have you hit snooze, scrolling on your phone, letting time slip away? How many nights have you gone to bed thinking, I'll try again tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and the same thing happens? You see, tomorrow doesn't exist. The only time you have is right now. And right now, you can reset your mind. Right now, you can take control of your thoughts. Right now, you can decide. No excuses, no distractions, no limits. Resetting your mind isn't easy. It's not a quick fix. It's not a one-time thing. It's a habit, a commitment. Every single day, you have to remind yourself who you are, what you want, and why you can't stop until you get it. Every time fear whispers in your ear, every time doubt tells you to quit, every time weakness wants to pull you back into comfort, this is the moment you reset. You tell yourself, I am strong, I am capable, I am relentless, I will fight, I will push, I will win. That is how you train your mind. That is how you grow. That is how you take control of your life. And let me be clear, the mind is like a muscle. If you never train it, it will stay weak. If you never push it, it will stay small. If you never feed it with purpose, it will stay lazy. But when you reset it every single day, when you feed it with focus, fire, and determination, it grows. It becomes sharp. It becomes powerful. It becomes a mind that refuses to quit, a mind that refuses to settle, a mind that refuses to accept anything less than greatness. Here's the thing. This reset is not just about feeling inspired. Inspiration fades. Motivation fades. What this reset does is it prepares you for action. It ignites a fire inside of you. It tells your soul, your body, and your spirit that you are ready to move. It tells your dreams that you are coming for them no matter what. It tells the universe, I am not waiting. I am talking. I am moving. I am doing it. That is the power of the daily mindset reset. Every time you reset your mind, every day you are rewiring your brain for success. Every time you feed it focus, discipline, and purpose, you are strengthening your mental muscles. And after a while, it becomes automatic. Your mind naturally focuses on what matters. Your energy naturally pushes you forward. Your life starts changing, not because of luck, not because of magic, not because someone else believes in you, because you decided to take control every single day. So today, I'm asking you to make that choice. Choose to reset your mind. Choose to feed it with the right thoughts. Choose to eliminate excuses. Choose to fight for your dreams like your life depends on it, because it does. Choose to become unstoppable. Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say is the difference between people who live their dreams and people who stay stuck their whole lives. Laziness and excuses, they are the silent killers of greatness. They sneak into your mind, whispering lies, convincing you that tomorrow is fine, or I'm too tired, or I'll start later. And every time you listen to them, every time you give in, you let your dreams slip a little further away. Your goals, your purpose, your potential, they are all waiting for you to show up. But if you keep letting laziness run your life, they'll never see the light of day. Let me tell you something very clearly. Excuses are not protecting you. They are holding you back. They are chains wrapped around your mind, wrapped around your ambition, wrapped around your life. They tell you to settle. They tell you to stay comfortable. They tell you to wait. But here's the truth. Comfort never builds empires. Comfort never earns respect. Comfort never makes you powerful. Comfort only keeps you average, stuck, and frustrated. And if you want more, if you want to break free, you have to destroy those excuses. You have to smash them. You have to refuse to let them control you. I know it's not easy. Laziness is strong. Excuses feel safe, fear-free, less comfortable. And sometimes it's easier to stay in bed, to scroll on your phone, to distract yourself rather than face the work. But let me ask you this. How long will you let easy keep you from being great? How long will you let temporary comfort steal your permanent future? How long will you allow yourself to live a life that is half done, half lived, half dreamed? It ends when you decide it ends. It ends when you say, I refuse to let excuses run me. I refuse to let laziness steal my life. Think about every successful person you admire, every entrepreneur, every athlete, every leader. They did not succeed by waiting for motivation or permission. They succeeded because they refused to let laziness win. They woke up every morning, regardless of how tired, how scared, how doubtful they felt, and they chose to act. They chose to move. They chose to push past every excuse. And that is exactly what you have to do. You have to act, even when you don't feel like it. You have to fight, even when it's hard. You have to push forward, even when your body wants to quit. Excuses are temporary. Weakness is temporary. Laziness is temporary. But your dreams, your potential, that is permanent. That is real. And it is waiting for the person who refuses to quit, the person who refuses to make excuses, the person who refuses to be lazy. That person is you. Right now, at this moment, you can make a decision. You can say, I will not let excuses control me. I will not let laziness define me. I will fight for every dream, every goal, every ambition I have. Crushing laziness isn't just about working hard. It's about training your mind. It's about building habits that do not allow excuses to live in your head. Every time you push yourself when you don't want to, every time you act when you feel lazy, every time you say no to weakness and yes to action, you are rewiring your brain. You are telling your mind that you are stronger than comfort, that you are more committed than fear, that you are relentless. That is how champions are made. That is how ordinary people become unstoppable. And let me tell you something else. The fight against laziness is daily. It's not a one-time victory. Every day, every hour, every minute, laziness will try to creep back in. Excuses will whisper again. The world will throw obstacles, doubts, and challenges at you. And that is why you must commit to crushing it every day. Discipline is built in those moments. Strength is built in those moments. Character is built in those moments. And the more you fight, The more momentum you build, the easier it becomes to dominate your life, your goals, and your destiny. Every day you conquer laziness. Every day you defeat excuses. You are becoming a new version of yourself. You are proving to yourself that you are capable. You are proving to yourself that you are not average. You are proving to yourself that nothing, no fear, no weakness, no comfort can stop you. And over time, that version of you grows stronger and stronger until one day, laziness and excuses no longer exist in your life at all. You are free. You are powerful. You are unstoppable. So today, I want you to make a choice. Decide that laziness will not define you. Decide that excuses will not control you. Decide that no matter how tired, no matter how scared, no matter how overwhelmed you feel, you will act, you will move, you will fight, you will rise, you will dominate. Listen to me carefully, because this is the one thing that separates the people who achieve greatness from the people who stay average their entire lives. Purpose and urgency. If you don't have them, nothing else will work. You can have talent, you can have resources, you can have knowledge, but if you don't know why you're here, if you don't know what that you're fighting for, if you don't feel that fire burning inside you every single day, you will never reach your full potential. And urgency is what forces you to act. Urgency is what makes the difference between people who talk and people who do, between those who dream and those who conquer. I want you to understand this clearly. Your time is limited. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. And if you spend your life waiting for the perfect moment, the right feeling, or someone else to give you permission, your dreams will die and your potential will rot. Do you hear me? You were not created to sit on the sidelines. You were not created to waste time. You were created to step up, to fight, to achieve, and to leave a legacy. And that starts the moment you discover your purpose and live with urgency. Purpose is not just a word, it's the fuel in your soul. It's the reason you wake up before the world even stirs. It's the reason you push through pain when everyone else quits. It's the reason you stay disciplined when temptation knocks on your door. If you do not have purpose, you will drift. You will follow the opinions of others. You will chase temporary pleasures instead of permanent success. But when you find your purpose, when you finally understand why you are here, nothing can stop you. That is why you need to dig deep, to look inside yourself, to ask the hardest questions and find the truth that sets you on fire. And urgency is the ultimate game changer. Urgency tells you that waiting is failure. Urgency tells you that later is the enemy. Urgency tells you that if you want something bad enough, you will fight for it every single second of every single day. Urgency is what makes you unstoppable when the world wants to slow you down. Urgency is what makes you run while others sleep. Urgency is what makes you practice how others complain. Without urgency, your purpose is just words. Without urgency, your dreams are just wishes. Think about this. Every single person you admire, every icon, every champion, every billionaire, every legend, do you think they had time to waste? No, they felt urgency. They knew that every second counted. They knew that every missed opportunity, every delayed action could cost them everything. And they used that pressure, that urgency to push themselves harder, faster, stronger until they reached the top. That is what you must do. You have to treat every moment as precious. You have to act like your dreams are on the line because they are. Here's the harsh reality most people refuse to see. They live like life is endless. They believe tomorrow is guaranteed, but it's not. None of us are promised tomorrow. And the longer you wait, the more chances you lose, the more momentum you waste, and the more your potential dies inside you. Purpose without urgency is nothing. Urgency without purpose is chaos. But when you combine them, when you find your why and act like your life depends on it, you become unstoppable. You become relentless. You become the person who refuses to settle, who refuses to wait, and who refuses to quit. And let me tell you, finding your purpose is not easy. It requires reflection, honesty, and courage. It requires looking in the mirror and asking yourself, what am I really here for? What am I willing to fight for no matter the cost? What will I regret not doing when I look back on my life? And once you find it, you have to treat it like a fire. You have to wake up every day stoking that fire, feeding it with focus, action, and determination. You have to act like time is your enemy, because in truth, it is. Urgency is the energy that turns purpose into action. Without urgency, purpose is just a dream. Urgency pushes you out of your comfort zone. Urgency makes you take risks. Urgency forces you to make moves while others are still debating. Urgency wakes you up in the middle of the night when the world is quiet, telling you this is your time, this is your moment. Don't waste it. And every single day, you can cultivate urgency. You can practice it. You can live it. You can make it your way of life. So today, I want you to feel it. Feel your purpose. Feel your reason for being here. Feel the urgency in every second, and let that feeling move you. Let it push you beyond comfort, beyond fear, beyond doubt. Let it drive you to act, to fight, to achieve, and to become the person you were born to be. Because without purpose and urgency, nothing changes, but with them, everything is possible. Listen to me very carefully, because this is the truth most people refuse to accept. Motivation is temporary. Inspiration is temporary. You can feel pumped, you can feel ready, you can feel excited, but those feelings fade. They come and go. If you rely on motivation to make your life, if you rely on a feeling to push you, you will fail. You will quit. You will settle. You will stay average. That is why action must come first. Action is permanent. Action is what changes lives. Action is what separates the people who dream from the people who conquer. Most people wait for motivation to hit them. They wait to feel like it. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect mood, the perfect conditions. And you know what happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. They wait, they hope, they scroll on their phones. They make excuses. And the world keeps moving without them. But the people who achieve greatness, those who get results, do not wait. They act. They move. They take steps forward, even when they don't feel like it. And that is what you must understand today. If you want results, if you want success, if you want to change your life, you have to act now, no matter how you feel. Let me be real with you. You are never going to feel ready. You are never going to wake up with all the confidence, all the energy, and all the clarity you need. Life doesn't work like that. But here's the secret. Action creates motivation. Action creates momentum. Action creates confidence. You start moving and suddenly your mind follows. You start doing and your body starts following. You start achieving and your confidence grows. That is why action must come first, not motivation. Think about the people you admire. Every successful entrepreneur, every champion athlete, every leader, they didn't wait to feel motivated. They acted. They worked while tired. They worked while scared. They worked while doubting themselves. They acted because they understood that action produces results. They acted because they refused to let life pass them by. And that is exactly what you must do. You have to act consistently, even when it is hard, even when it is inconvenient, even when it is uncomfortable. That is how winners are made. That is how dreams turn into reality. Action is not always glamorous. Action is not always fun. Action is not always easy. Sometimes action feels uncomfortable. Sometimes action is messy. Sometimes action is exhausting, but action is necessary. Action is what moves you forward. Action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Every single step you take, no matter how small, is building momentum. Every single choice to act instead of wait is reinforcing your power. And over time, that momentum becomes unstoppable. Here's the harsh truth. Most people avoid. Motivation fades. Motivation disappears when things get hard. Motivation leaves when life challenges you. But action doesn't fade. Action doesn't quit. Action doesn't care if you are tired or scared. Action keeps going. Action produces results. And the more you act, the easier it becomes to act again. Action builds discipline. Action builds character. Action builds strength. Action builds a life that no excuse, no fear, no limitation can touch. You must understand that waiting for motivation is a trap. It is a lie. Motivation feels good for a moment, but it will never carry you across the finish line. You must act even when motivation is gone. You must move even when you feel like giving up. You must push even when everything inside you says stop, because action is permanent and action is what changes everything. And let me tell you something else. Action transforms your mind. The more you act, the more confidence you build. The more you act, the more your fears shrink. The more you act, the more your discipline grows. Action is contagious. Action multiplies. Action attracts results. And before you know it, your life starts changing in ways you never imagined. All because you chose to do instead of wait. All because you decided to take control and act relentlessly. So today, right now, I want you to make a decision. Decide that you will act no matter how you feel. Decide that you will move no matter how tired, scared, or overwhelmed you are. Decide that you will push forward when others quit. Decide what you will do, not wait. Decide that you will turn dreams into results. Decide that you will become unstoppable. Because motivation will come and go, but action, that action will define your life. Listen to me very carefully, because this is the truth that most people never hear. You have been given one life, one shot, one opportunity to make it count. And the difference between living a life of regret and a life of greatness is what you do with your time, your mind, and your actions right now. You've heard how to reset your mind, crush laziness, discover your purpose, and take action no matter what. Now it's not about knowing anymore. It's about doing. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't wait for motivation to show up. It doesn't wait for the perfect time or the perfect feeling. If you want change, if you want results, if you want to become the person you were born to be, you have to take control right now. You have to act with urgency. You have to fight past excuses. You have to move when everyone else is still dreaming, because action, not motivation, not wishful thinking, is what builds empires, what creates success, and what turns your potential into reality. I want you to feel this in your bones. Your mind is your weapon, your purpose is your fire, and your daily action is your path to freedom. Everything you need to succeed is already inside of you, but it will stay hidden until you step up, until you refuse to settle, until you commit fully to the life you deserve. This is the moment where you stop letting fear, comfort, and procrastination control you and start letting your determination, discipline, and unstoppable energy lead the way. So here's your challenge. Start today. Reset your mind every morning. Crush every lazy thought. Live with purpose and urgency. Take action no matter how you feel. Refuse to quit. Refuse to settle. Refuse to be average, and keep going every single day until your life reflects the greatness that has been inside of you all along. Your life is waiting, but it won't wait forever. The choice is yours. Step up, take control, and create a future that is unstoppable. Your time, I ask now.